Hello folks, and here we are, Chatsworth Flower Show 2019, and the finished exhibit. And looking absolutely marvellous. I'm really pleased with how it's coming on. We've got plants everywhere. It's absolutely smothered in bloom. It's this exhibit made with containers, so Clematis for patio containers again is the theme, but this time we've used all the plants left over from Chelsea Flower Show. So this is made almost solely from plants that we had left from Chelsea. So yeah, looking really spectacular. I'm absolutely delighted with it. We've also taken on some of the points that judges made about our Malvern exhibit, which was the mulch that we used at Malvern wasn't in keeping with the modern pots. So one thing we've done here is to change the mulch that we have around the pots. So this is actually a horticultural product called vermiculite, which is also used in the building trade as well as a type of insulation. So that does have a nice effect. It really brightens the whole stand, as you can see. It gives a really nice overall effect. Yeah, so I'll come back and we'll try and see each pot now for you. So I'll come to each pot so you can see what plants we've got in them. There's a lot of sorry about the noise, by the way. Of course, it's still a building site essentially. It's a really nice pot, this one though. Some of the good old classics. We've still got Vivian Pennell on here, one of our favourites, and Princess Kate. And then one or two of the containers, we've actually got these really nice long troughs here, which is rather nice because yeah, it gives us a little more space to experiment. Darcy I've been particularly impressed by. This is rather a nice Raymond Everson Clematis, a plant that can have quite a big bloom. There's a lovely large flower in there, and yes, although it's compact in its nature, it's actually quite a large flower, which is rather nice because some of the compact ones do have small blooms. This is a particularly nice pot. I like this one. And here's a very little compact plant. This is Innis, and Innis is a really stunning little clematis. I've been really impressed with this. There are just 4 plants of our sort of saleable size plants in this one pot, and it has made an incredible display. So yeah, very impressed with that indeed. And of course now something quite different. And Spotlight here, a new variety that we're really delighted to introduce here at Chatsworth Flower Show. This is cultivated by Jan van Zeust Nursery in Holland, and I have to say the name could not have been picked better. It really is a very bright, almost sort of luminous colour. And in the half dark of an evening, oh gosh, this plant absolutely shines out, it really does. So you want to have this on a patio, or perhaps you've got a dull corner of a garden, Spotlight will look spectacular for you. It really is a stunning clematis, great for a patio pot. As you see, we've grown it here, or you can grow it around the base of other plants. I think it would do a particularly good job of sort of covering up the base of roses that have grown up to it. It's a spotlight, compact, prolific clematis that gives a long summer flowering period. A very nice plant indeed. Our thanks to Jan Banzus for breeding and introducing that. Our central pot, we have Bijou, Julianne and Ruby Wedding. Right down here to little Ansley. A rather nice little clematis and a prolific plant in a small space. Keep deadheading this and it will keep growing and reflowering for you. Ansley's a good tough little plant too. It will last outside all winter, even in some of the harshest UK areas, and will still thrive. We did one other pot purely with Bijou just because it's such a good little clematis in a pot, and that is after all what we are demonstrating here. Clematis for patio containers and Bijou. It couldn't be a better plant to use in the garden for that very reason. Very compact indeed. This particular plant's only about 30 centimetres high, and there are 4 in here to make this a wonderful display. This is one of my new favourites, Olympia. Olympia is absolutely gorgeous. It's a really nice colour and something quite different from Raymond Everson. We don't see so many of his in these sorts of colours. Now I can see on the phone it's showing up on this phone camera, it's showing up quite purpley, but it's a good blue. I'll just bring you up to show you this flower up here and see if I can just tilt this to show you the bloom. It's a lovely sort of mid-blue, and it loses that initial sort of rosy bar you can see there in the young flower. It loses that quite quickly and becomes this lovely clear blue. So that is the variety Olympia. Another new variety from Raymond Everson. So to show you the last trough that we've got on the stand here, we've got up there Inez, another cracking display of Inez, and one of my favourite Raymond Everson clematis, Sarah Elizabeth. This really is quite stunning. I love the two-tone colour, I love the very dark stamens in the centre. And I'll just show you the very last pot at the end in a moment. Bring up here to fond memories. There we are, folks. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that preview of our Chatsworth Flower Show exhibit for 2019. And we'll bring you an update tomorrow when we find out our medal results. We're judged this afternoon, and judges will be around any minute. So I'm going to skedaddle now, and I'll see you in the next video.